Good morning, everybody. This is Linda, and I'm bringing this video to you from the beautiful state of Wisconsin. It's October of 2018, and we're getting ready to batten down the hatches for winter. Just a little background here. I never have done this before. I'm making this video because I love watching them, and my grandchildren have been after me for quite some time to share mine with you all, so that's what I'm attempting to do this morning. I just want to tell you up front that I do have many plants, and I'm only going to be able to probably get through about maybe half of my living room on this video, but I am considering this a practice video, and I truly do welcome any comments, positive and negative. Just please be kind when you leave your remarks. So I'm going to get started right away. This is a south window, and outside of here you can see our bird feeders. The big one that my daughter bought for her dad for Father's Day many years ago. And then the finch feeder. It looks like there might be a dove on there right now. That stand was a pole that my husband got, I believe, out of a scrapyard. That's where he gets most of his finds. And he put the finial hook on there, and he made the side pieces as well, and the bottom to hold it up. And yep, there's a couple of finches on there right now. At any given time, that is usually filled up with finches, and as you can see, they end up fighting over it. Sometimes there's as many as 30 of them just flying around there. It's really kind of nice. Love to watch in the winter. And then this, of course, is the suet feeder. We've got several woodpeckers that love to come and eat out of that. So that is my south window, and that's where I'm beginning my video for my plants. Most of these plants, bear with me, there we go. I'm not going to name all my plants today. I'm just going to give you kind of an overview, just so you can see what I have, and also so I can get used to doing what I'm doing here. My chocolate soldiers, just love those. And again, this is my south window, and this is where I have most of my succulents. And then up here I have a peperomia, albeit in that ugly pot, but hopefully that will trail down eventually and cover that up. That's what I'm waiting for. And then down here I have my Pilea, or Pilea. I guess both pronunciations are correct depending on which one you prefer. And here I have my more Kalanchoe, but these are the panda version. And this is a baby off my Pilea plant. I guess we call them pups now. I still refer to them as babies. And this is my Ficus elastica. Bought this in, I believe it was a 4-inch pot. And it's doing very nicely. It's big now. And yes, that is a yellow sticky strip. I brought home some fungus gnats from potting soil. Made me very sad, and it was doing a number on my plants, so it took me some months to get rid of them, but I did eventually get rid of them, and maybe I'll do a video on that in the future. But if people tell you that they do not damage your plants, that has not been my experience. They do damage the root system, not the flies themselves, but the larvae. And yep, it does. It did damage my plants. So if you end up with a fungus gnat, make sure you tackle that right away, because they can quickly multiply and get out of hand. This is a stand that my husband brought home for me. He just comes up with these awesome finds. We're not sure what it was. It wasn't a lamp. It wasn't a candle holder. I think it was just some kind of decor. And I thought it would be really cool to hang my air plants on. And it sits inside of another stand that he brought home about a month ago that I absolutely love. And that is going to be my official air plant holder. And down here, I have my Bird of Paradise White. And over here is another Ficus elastica. This is another one that I'm growing up. And up here is my ZZ plant. Zamifolia, I believe it's pronounced. Doing pretty well. Haworthia. And Sansevieria. And I will tell you the story behind those in another video. Like I said, for now I just want to make this kind of quick and see if I can figure out what I'm doing. And this is my African violet table that my husband made for me. And that lamp I bought many years ago at a thrift store for like $4. I should tell you that I do put at least 60-watt LED bulbs in all of my lamps. Not only do they save greatly on electricity, but my plants love them. I've never been able to get African violets to bloom until I put those LED bulbs in there. And that is also a west window. And it looks like it's very bright, but that's deceiving. It really isn't. There's a lot of very mature trees around our house, so we don't get a whole lot of natural light. My crown of thorns. And this table, my husband built me. That bottom piece is from a very old bar stool. He took that off and he built the underneath to support the top, and he made the top out of wood for me. He's so talented. And I love homemade things. This is my Marble Queen Pothos. It's doing okay. A little disappointing at how slow it grows. I have it in a Boston Fern planter I got at a thrift store for, I think it was $1. I never cared for the Boston Fern planters, but for $1 I couldn't pass it up. I'm just hoping that my Marble Queen will start growing and trail down and kind of cover it up. And then here I have a variegated peperomia. It was damaged by the fungus gnats. I did manage to save it, and there is new growth coming. And then down here, that cute little bench I got at a rummage sale. It had the original tag on for $29.98, and I got it for $5. And that little planter, or I'm sorry, watering pot is also terracotta. It's not useful for holding water, but it was so cute. I got that at a Science and Industry store for like $4.50 or $4.98, something like that. And I just fell in love with it, so I had to have it. And I have that sitting next to my watermelon peperomia. And getting toward the end, I just want to show you quickly. This is our front porch, and as you can see, it needs addressing. All that foliage there, we have planted plants there every year for many, many years, and nothing came back up the following year until we found this. And it's honeysuckle. And not only is it growing profusely, but it puts out beautiful yellow flowers, tons and tons of yellow flowers, and they smell, the aroma from them is just out of this world. So we finally found something to stop that sun from beating down on our porch and ruining our furniture and our deck. And the cushions that I made, as you can see, they were very dark green and red and yellow, and now they're completely faded. So I have to remake those. But now I can do that, and they should stay nice. Up in the corner, you can see the corner piece. And I'm going to move around to the front. If you can see that heart-shaped decorative piece, there's several of those in the corners of my porch. My husband made those for me. I wanted something up there because it looked so plain, and he made those from scratch. He is so talented. And underneath there is the hummingbird feeder, and we have 3 different hummingbirds that come throughout the day and feed off of that red hummingbird feeder. And then underneath that is my Boston fern, and then underneath those are my hostas. Not looking too well, it's the time of year. And there's my other Boston fern. So I have 2 of them, and there's the corner piece that he made. I wish I could get a better picture of it, but anyways. So, I'm going to end this with this. Anyone who can help me with this, I would so appreciate it. This plant is from my father's wake, from when he passed away, and it was doing very, very well, and then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason that I could come up with, it started doing not so good. And it got to the point where I think I was down to 2 leaves on it. And then it started coming back, and it was doing awesome. And then all of a sudden it started going bad again. And one of the problems I'm seeing is, if you can see this leaf, how it's very yellow, but the veins are very green. And the other thing is, and I just cut those off, I should have left them on so you could see, but some of the leaves get like black and just floppy and black. And it's not a watering issue, folks. So, you know, I've tried Epsom salt. I've tried letting it dry out completely. I've tried keeping it evenly moist. I even went out and bought a moisture meter, which I've never had to use in my life, but I was desperate, and I am still desperate. I don't want to lose this plant. So any suggestions would be very much appreciated. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it there. I appreciate those of you that took the time to watch, and oh, maybe I should mention this real quick. This is my sago palm. I have it hanging because I found out after I purchased it that it's extremely poisonous, and I have a 2-year-old great-grandson that frequently visits, and I didn't want him to get hurt from it. And I saw one of these hanging up in another video, and I thought, well, why not? So that's what I did, and I mean, I guess it's okay. I'm good with it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from some of you, and I hope you have a nice day and a nice weekend coming up. Bye now.